Hi there, Kate from the Safeguarding Academy here, and we're continuing this week on our discussion around prevent. And there have been a number of videos over the last few weeks around what the duty is, who it applies to, and whether it's just Islam that we are looking at. This week I want to talk to you about some of the barriers that professionals come up against in relation to the prevent duty. Now, the barriers that come up differ depending on the age range that you're talking to, slightly. For the most part, professionals are aware of their duty, but they struggle with the balance. And this is very true when you look at the duty within further education and within higher education particularly. There is often a feeling that the prevent duty puts an obstacle in the way to a student's freedom of speech. It puts an obstacle in the way to the working relationship between the professional and the student. And there is a real fear that something that could be seen as an issue which requires reporting under prevent is actually something else. And there is a fear that by reporting it, then they are removing somehow the rights of that young person. In terms of early years, you may not see prevent appearing as such within a child under 5. What you might see are the views of a parent being expressed by a child, and that brings with it its own challenges in very much the same way it would do with any other view that a child expresses that comes or appears to come from an adult. Similar issues happen as you move through the age ranges, and again, as I say, it's harder when you are dealing with young adults essentially, and those at the upper age range in terms of the teenage years. For me, it's important to recognise that whilst the issue may be a prevent issue, think about the other issues that could arise. Just because somebody has presented as homeless, has presented as missing classes, and maybe having views that are causing some concern, it doesn't necessarily mean that it is prevent, but it may mean that there's something else going on there that requires you to act to protect that young person. Prevent is not about reporting, alienating, spying on, or otherwise treating that person differently. It's about protecting them from some really extreme views that could, in the worst case scenario, not only kill them, but other people. So for me, prevent, whilst it comes across as something as against the views of professionals, something that feels that you're being other towards them or that you're alienating them, actually prevent is very much about protecting young people, protecting them from views that they are yet to understand, views that they are struggling to come to terms with themselves. And it's about protecting them, yourself and the organisation that you work for, from what can be some really horrific situations, in the same way that any other abusive situation could be. If you want to know more about prevent, then take a look at the online course available at thesafeguardingacademy.com. Until next week, thank you very much.